Welcome and great sun rising to you who are joining me. I just want to say right now, thank you for joining me. It has been such a pleasure doing these daily meditations and prayers with you that it only makes sense for me to announce that today will be the last one. I believe that you have met your portion, you've gotten your portion, and I believe that you have gotten your service, and I have done my service to the world, to the universe. And so I believe today is the final day for our daily prayer and meditations. Start a new month off, a new beginning, going into a new thing. And I'll meet you here again. When you find me here, you'll know that we'll start eating from that plate at that time. But today, let us begin as we normally do, just with our prayer. Let us petition God. Let us be thankful for the Creator and be thankful for why we are here. Today, I want to petition God to give us the space, give us the room, give us the clarity to be in pursuit of our portion. And that is what I ask God for us today, is to give us the space to be in pursuit of our portion. God, we know that things come in and calamity comes in and calamity comes in and clutter comes in. But today we're asking that you give us our portion today, our daily bread, that what we need to feed and continue to grow, our manna from heaven. God, we're asking that you open the floodgates for us to go full speed ahead in our purpose with our portion. So God, today, we're just asking that you remove anything that blocks us from receiving the full brevity of our portion today. Remove any mental blocks that will keep us from receiving our full portion today, God. Allow us to not be victims, but to be visionaries, to see where it is right here, right now, that you have in front of us, that we are to be in pursuit of right now. And we know, God, you have given us, just by our existence, you've given us a mandatory portion. You've given us a mandatory piece of the pie, a mandatory slice of this world. You have given us the proverbial slice of the pie. You've given us a portion. Simply by our existence, we have a portion. And so I'm asking that we with open eyes will be able to see where it is you have us, God. And we petition you for that today, that where it is that you have us, so that we are in pursuit of our portion. No longer victims, but victorious. visionaries, vivaciously surrendering to our way, and vivaciously going after that which belongs to me because it's my birthright. I'm asking you, God, to show us in our vision the seed that you are planting that will sprout from the roots. Let this birth in us. Let this be born in us. Let us not just be okay with our own ration, but let us take our portion. We don't want rations, God. We ask for our portion because we know it's mandatory given to us as our existence. So I'm asking God to help us remove any mental blockages and allow us to see, to not be victims, but to be visionaries with this ability to see where it is you desire for us to plant our feet so that we may run after our portion. I'm asking you, God, to help us to be in pursuit of our portion. Allow the way to be open so that when we go for ours, we receive without hindrance, without debilitating thoughts, without any hang-ups, God. Let us run after our portion, our mandatory portion that is granted to us through our existence, God. We're so thankful to you. We're so thankful for our way because we know that you and I are one. We're so thankful to our way, God. I am so appreciative right now that I awaken in this meditation with you. So as we go into the meditation right now of this, I ask that you just sit and be okay with knowing you have a portion. Just be okay with your portion, but be in pursuit of your portion. So today's meditation, I want you to sit in the driver's seat of a race car. And you're like that driver in the NASCAR race. There are many people in the lanes with you. The lanes are cluttered. The lanes are cluttered with a lot of other people. A lot of other people trying to get to trying to just take their portion. It's like a race car driver in the NASCAR. The Daytona 500. And you're a driver in that race car. But there are 25 other, 35 other, 40 other drivers cluttering that one road, that one wide open lane. And everyone's cluttering that lane. But no one's after your portion. They're only after their portion. It's not a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's not even a race. It's not about who gets to the finish line first. But it's about everyone has a ranking. And everyone will get ranked at either first place or last place. But even last place, that person in last place, that is that person's portion evenly as it is first place. So there is no need for you to race. So be still in this meditation with me right now and recognize there's no need for you to race to be first, Because even last place gets ranked. And being ranked last place gives them their portion in last place. And first place gets their portion. You are just in your own driver's seat, your own race car. And right now, beloved, you're just only after your portion. You're only after your portion. And so I'm asking you that you take and be in pursuit of your portion. How does that look like right now? As I explained, it's like a race car driver in the lane with 40 other cars. And everyone's racing to get to their portion first, but there's no need for you to race, beloved. You're going to get ranked. It doesn't matter. You're going to get ranked. And your ranking is your portion. Everyone gets their just due portion. Your portion may not be more than mine, and mine may not be more than yours, but you get all of your portion, 100% to you. Your portion, 100% of it belongs to you. Even if it's smaller than mine, it's still more because it's all of yours. And so I don't want you to get jealous of others. I don't want you to become bitter and envious of others who are getting their portion and their portion looks like it's more than yours. I don't want you, beloved, to race to be the wealthiest, to race to have the best relationship. I want you to see yourself walking right now and notice that this is not a race. Just walk. Just walk to it. Beloved, your portion is yours 100%. I don't want you to race to be the greatest at a specific thing in life. I just want you to be the best version of yourself. And so we ask in ourselves to give of ourselves the most. And that is being in pursuit of your portion. Let's just be in pursuit of our portion. And yours may not be more than mine, but yours is 100% all of yours. All of yours belongs to you. And all of mine belong to me. So don't make this a race about who gets to be the greatest of all time or who gets to be the wealthiest in the whole wide world, because that's it, that person's portion. And it's still minute compared to God and what God has for us, our greatest. On the other side, not here, but on the other side, our greatest is yet to really come. And so I want you to begin to breathe with me a sigh of justice, that you have been justified for receiving your portion. There is no injustice here for your size, for your portion. There is no injustice here. So I want you to begin to breathe right now into the nostril. Breathe justification. You have been justified. This is our intention today, to breathe in, Let that air pass through your nasal. Let it rise to your crown. And let that justification sit. And I want you to hold that for a moment. And I want you to see how great or greatly you've been justified in the portion you've been receiving. So now we can be thankful for our portion. And we can be in pursuit of our portion, knowing that no one can take from me my portion. My portion is mine, 100% of it. And whatever that person gets, even if he thinks or she thinks they're taking from me, they're really not taking from me. They're only receiving their portion. You can never take my portion from me. And this is why I want you to feel justified in your breath right now. Just hold it there for a little bit. With full intention, release that justification knowing you are receiving your portion. Let's do that again. Let's breathe again. Justification for receiving our portion. No one can cheat or rob you of that. Even if one thinks they're stealing from you, they're really not taking from you. Your portion is yours. Let that breath rise through the nasal. Let it escalate to the crown. Now let that sit. Don't get rid of it yet. We want to channel our biosphere, that justification, that every portion I get is my portion, 100% thereof, and mine alone. And we want to channel that justification energy into a victorious mentality. So that when we breathe and release that breath into our atmosphere, we're releasing the intention that I've been justified. There is no injustice. Release your breath now. Beloved, you've been justified in your pursuit of your portion, in pursuit of your good, in pursuit of your greatness, in pursuit of your purpose. You've been justified. You've been justified. I think this is my 12th video, prayer and meditation. And it feels only natural to end it today. Because I've made a complete cycle. I've reached and I've dug deep in me, and I only pursued my portion. This prayer and meditation, beloved, is just my portion I give to the world. It's a portion, but it's more than enough. It's more than enough. So what I have here for you are daily rituals that you can use to come back to. Because what I've given was just my portion, and it is more than enough. More than enough. And I breathe justification. I breathe and internalize in my biosphere that I've been justified by doing what I'm doing today, by ending my series of daily prayer and meditations for you. Why? Because you now must go into your own and pursue your own portion of being summons from your prayer and meditation to pursue after your portion. You must, again, continue on to be summoned by God. I petition God for you for these 12 days on your behalf, so that you can be heard by God, from God, and be summoned by God to continue to do this on your own. If this is pulled at your soul to get here and meet me here every sunrise, then it pulls at your soul to continue on doing it, because it is not my portion that you've gotten. It is your portion, and you must continue to pursue after your portion. I've only petitioned God on behalf for you, so that while you met me here and you hunger for this, then that hunger that you feel, that's not mine, that's yours. So I ask that you don't stop. That hunger that you felt to be here with me every sunrise, that wasn't my hunger, that was your hunger. And that hunger alone caused you to be here in this space, not with me, but in this time frame. That hunger that pulled you to meet me here still pulls you to be in this time frame. Be in this space, not with me, but the space. It's pulling you to be in this space. If your hunger drove you here to me, then you need to continue to stay with that hunger that drives you here in this space. You need to continue to stay here in this space. Don't allow the ending of this series to be the ending of your hunger for it. Your hunger for this wasn't my hunger for it. It was my petition to God, but it wasn't my hunger. It was your hunger, beloved. And I'm asking that that hunger should still drive you to be here, not in this video, not in this space with me, but it should still drive you to be here in this time, in this space, in this time frame. So your work should continue, your portion, you continuously receiving your portion should be a continuation of doing something of this magnitude. Breathe that in with me, that you've been justified in pursuing after your portion. Breathe in your justification right now. Let that rise through the nasal. Let it get through the nasal, because we want it to do what? It has to get to our crown through our nasal. It only gets to our crown through our nasal. So we breathe it through the nasal so it can get to our crown. Let it escalate there. Slowly feel it escalating. Slowly feel that breath escalating to your crown. You will feel the pulsating signals lighting up and going off. So let's just do that. You can feel the electron signals, the electrons going off in your brain, to where you begin to feel a lightheadedness. Now let that sit. And your intention, and your awareness, and your breath, speak it, say it. I am justified. I am good. I am great. I am well. I am ranked. I'm ranked. Because if I'm first place or last place, I still received my portion. Say it again. If I'm first place or last place, I still received my portion. 100% of my portion. 100% of my portion is mine. Whether I'm first place or I'm last place, I still receive my portion. Now, if you haven't released that, release it now. If you've already released it because you couldn't hold it, that's fine. But release it with intention that you've been justified. Feel good about that justification. I petition God on your behalf that you continue to do this work. And if you want to do more and you need help, then come back to these videos. Come back to these videos. I'm going to continue to do other things in receiving my portion that I am petitioned to bring here to you. And so I'll go in my own prayers, in my own meditations, to receive my next portion because I've made it. I've been ranked. So I've made it to the finish line of receiving my portion for this. But I must continue on in another race and go get my renewals. It's time to go get my renewals. You know, you go and renew your license and renew your registrations, and every year you have to renew something. You have to renew your registrations, your insurance, your license or something. My daily prayer meditations have expired, and now I must go and get my renewals. I must renew now what I need to bring for you. And so I thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking those breaths. Thank you for being those breaths. Thank you for turning your atmosphere into your biosphere. Meaning, thank you for creating for yourself an environment, an atmosphere of what your biosphere has been like for these daily prayers and meditation. Just love that. Love that you took it on your portion. Love that you are taking on your portion. And love to go and get your portion. Obeying Meditations will continue to be here and thrive and continue to bring more work. Continue to bring more work. I've met my portion and I'm justified in believing in what I'm doing here. Ending off the series. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. My spirit is well. My spirit is well. I know I'm justified in what I'm doing. Meet me back here, not tomorrow, but meet me back here for a new portion. Meet me back here for a new portion, because it's time to now take what we've gotten, our portion, into our atmosphere. Take it from our biosphere now into our atmosphere, okay? I love you. I love me. I love us. So beautiful. So lovely. So good. I am your teacher, your luminary, Omaka. It's been fun having this series with you. Ashe, Atone, and Amen. Be well and be light, beloved. Peace. Get centered. Center yourself today. Center yourself right now. Go. Do your meditation.